Welcome to 365 days into ARK Survival Evolved. But before we get into the video, I have set a couple rules for myself. Let's get into them. My first rule is that I'm gonna have to play at least 1 hour every day. Rule number 2. Every new month I'm gonna unlock a new map. That map is gonna be story map, DLC map, story map, DLC map. The next rule is gonna be rule number 3. I'm gonna have to tame every creature. Every creature on island, every creature on aberration, every creature on every map. I'm just gonna have to tame all of them. To have counted as tamed, it needs to be level 120 plus in the wild. So for example, if I find a level 110 Rex, it doesn't count. But if I find a level 145 Rex, it does count. And it's gonna have to be for every dino apart from the exceptions, like a Titanosaur, that can be max level 5, for example. Then the last rule, rule number 4. Every time I get on a new map, so for example, next map will be Ragnarok, I will have to play 1 week just my character and the stats I have on the character. No resources, no tames. 1 week I won't be allowed to upload any dinosaurs, to upload any resources. 1 week I have to start fresh, and after that week I can use other maps to get my resources or dinos. These are the rules I've set for myself this year. I also have a couple of goals for myself, and these are: first, I want to tame every dino on ARK, which is also kind of a rule, but it's also a goal of mine. Secondly, I want to get all Explorer nodes and Fjordur exclusive collectibles. Then, I want to get better at building, and I want to defeat all bosses on Alpha mode difficulty or their hardest variant they can be. And you might be wondering, where are the rules for? Where are the goals for? This year, I'm gonna be playing 1 hour at least into ARK Survival Evolved every day. So 365 days. Now, of course, I will have days that I can't play, but I will make them up. So, for example, if tomorrow I can play, I will just have to move back that date, of course, and then, so for example, if I was on day 5 today and I can play tomorrow, it's gonna be day 6, not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. So I will play 365 days, maybe not like consistently back to back. I will try to do that, that's the goal, but there's just days I can't play. Besides that, I'm gonna do weekly uploads. What happened this week? Did I tame anything? Did I find anything? What happened that week? Then there are gonna be monthly uploads recapping the whole month on what happened on that ARK map. And then after a year, I'm gonna make everything into one big project and make like a 6, 7, 8 hour movie out of it. And that's the goal. I just wanna see what can I reach if I do ARK for 365 days every day. So grab your cooked meat, grab your kibble, and let's get into this. Enjoy the first week.
Are you the one I've been waiting for? You might be. I hope so. It's been so many cycles since I was her. Do I even still remember hope? I wasn't sure you'd ever turn up. The odds just kept getting longer. I guess I've been losing faith, while they've been gaining power. You have to reach me. Everything depends on your survival. Master this world. Make allies of its many creatures. Grow your strength and skill. Explore this place like I did so long ago. Put the pieces together and find me, survivor. You may be the only one who can.
Then, waking up on the sunny beaches of the island, my adventure has begun. Scratching our first implant, we then start by collecting our first rocks, our first wood, our first resources to get ourselves started on this amazing journey that we're gonna do. We then level some points and find this absolute beast of a 145 Triceratops. Then finding our first explorer node.
I was ever so glad to see Miss Walker again. My assistants are clever in their own right, but dear Helena is still the only person that I feel comfortable diving into my deeper theories with. I fear that I may have kept her from getting a word in edgewise, though. Once I got going on the obelisks, why, I just couldn't contain my enthusiasm. My word, I really have become quite enamored with the subject, haven't I? Well, that settles it. After this next set of trials, I shall go check on the Iron Brotherhood's progress. Perhaps I can convince Miss Walker to join me. We could make a real scientific expedition out of it.
After that, I go collect some stone to make myself a hatchet and some spears. And then, after claiming the loot of my first victims, we get some hide and we craft ourselves our first little base area. Then I walk over to the river and get myself some river rocks for some easy metal. At this point, I had set myself a mission, and that mission would be to tame that 145 Triceratops as fast as I could. So I started making mortar pestle, making a spoiling bin, getting narco berries, getting stone, getting wood, getting thatch, getting fiber, just anything I need to make an easy trap to tame this beast of a trike. Then, after having set up the trap, I start luring it into. Unfortunately for me, the other trike in the area also got aggroed, but it wasn't too big of a problem since I also got that one trap, and I just murdered it out with some spears. And then after I did that, I started taming the 145 trike. After a couple of arrows, I finally knocked it down and I instantly started to get some mayo berries to tame it. I just want to say, I messed up my settings. So I was messing around with the settings and I forgot to change some settings back. So this recording, which is day one, my settings are all going to be messed up. So as you might see, this has a 1000% speed, and you might notice that it's very fast. Don't worry, next episode or next day it will be fixed. But I just kept running with it for this day. But it will get fixed, and my stats will also get fixed because it was a lot of damage. The stats are gonna get fixed. Everything is gonna get fixed. The mods are gonna get fixed. So don't worry about that. I just want to get that out of there. But everything will be getting fixed. After the trike has tamed, I collected myself some metal pick and a metal hatchet to get more resources faster. I also tried to make a sword, but I didn't have enough metal for that yet, but I will be making one later on. And then I found this level 45 PT. I decided to tame it just because a flyer is useful, so I could get an RG. After making a setup for it, I set out to get myself a high level RG. But first, I made a quick stop at Crystal Mountain. At least that's what I call it. There's an explorer node there.
I have always tried to maintain a strict neutrality when it comes to tribal matters, but then again, I have never had an offer this tempting from someone as respectable as Mr. Nerva. Not only has he offered to provide me with test subjects, but he has also expressed a mutual interest in investigating the obelisks. All he asks from me is that I provide him with reliable counsel. I would trust few tribes to be able to make good on such promises, but Mr. Nerva's new legion is perhaps the most powerful tribe on the island. Indeed, if they maintain their current trajectory, they may be the only powerful tribe on the island. His offer is worth considering, at the very least.
While listening to the Explorer node, I found this 120 tech parasol, which I tamed because tech parasol, getting myself some tech farm, getting myself some metal farm, oil farm, just useful. And it's a pretty high level, so it's kind of usable. After that, I got myself some crystal and some metal that's also on this mountain. Useful. Make myself a spyglass. Make myself some what's it called? Soul orbs. I think it's soul orbs. It's a mod. It's like cryopause. You just don't have cryo sickness. It's way nicer. So I just got myself some crystal and some metal while I was here. Starting day 2, I found this level 145 PTE, which I ended up taming because it's just so much better over the PT I have now. It's like in the wild already 40 levels higher than my PT that I have right now. So it's gonna be such an upgrade. And it's gonna count to my taming. So that's gonna be 2 out of 147 tames done. Actually, it's gonna be 3 out of 174 because I totally forgot about that parasol I got. I then found another explorer node.
Found along the island's many inland waterways, Lutra peloso have become exceptionally adept at hunting and foraging. This species of otter has to be particularly cunning because of its diminutive size and fierce competition for its preferred food source, fish. It is not a creature that excels at combat, and would not naturally pose as an intimidating threat to any predators. Finding packs of river otters is simple enough. They are distinguished by their elongated bodies, bushy tails, and webbed feet. Their trusting and inquisitive nature ensures they are often hunted for their lustrous fur, but many prefer to tame them to become trusted companions. There are few creatures which provide the companionship that Lutra peloso does. Rather than traveling beside you, it would prefer to comfortably rest on your back, providing insulation. Once domesticated, it can be told to harvest fish on demand, with a specific goal in mind from the fish that it consumes. The otter has a knack for foraging silica pearls, and can even yield a slight chance at finding black pearls within.
And while being up here, I found myself some metal and some crystal. Then, after flying around for like 4 hours, I finally find this 125 RG. I was not happy with it, but I was just tired of flying around the whole time, so I decided to just tame it because it's a higher level, it's just not what I really wanted at that point. I then set up this really easy RG trap, and after luring it in, I started tranking it. After a while, it finally fell down, and I gave it some prime meat. While I was waiting on it to tame, I found this absolute monster, a 162 Tech Rex. While being distracted by the Tech Rex, I got ARKed massively. Right after I tamed the 125 that I didn't really even want, I find a 130 and a 140 RG. I hate this game! Anyways, I then started knocking out the 140 and the 130 RG to also just tame. After getting the RGs tamed, I made a Rex trap and I started KOing that too. And then, after having used 96 strength arrows, it finally went down. I then sat there, waited, and waited, and waited, and waited, and waited, and I waited even more, and even more, until it finally did this. But now, the real reveal. Are its stats good, or is it dog water? Let's find out. It is 44 attack and 46 health. This is an insane tech Rex. This is an insane Rex. I love it. Starting day 3, I started with taming a tech parasaur so I could start breeding for tech components like oil, electronics, metal. Just useful to start breeding with early on so you can have early on these resources. I also turned on get survivor items for once so I could get the chibi and then turn it off. I then tamed my second tech Rex, well actually my third, but my second one for the breeding. Once I got home, I started to do some base building. This base is gonna be just easy, make everything craftable as fast as possible. This base is gonna be efficient, and after this base I will start and do like actual better building. For now, this base is just gonna be efficiency, and that's it. After a little while, I had some mortar and pestes, I had some forges, I had storage, I had some smithies, I had some preserving bins, just the basic needs for a starter base. I then started up breeding my tech parasaurs that I had to get the babies for electronics, oils and metals. After I went flying around the map to get some cementing paste from some beaver dams, I found this little guy. A 150 Beelzebufo. And now you might be wondering, what's so good about it? It's just a frog. Well, I'm looking for cementing paste, and this guy is the king of getting cementing paste. I promise you, this guy, if you ever need cementing paste, get a frog, go into the swamp cave, and you're gonna have cementing paste for the rest of your life after 10 minutes. After getting the frog tamed, I found this Ascendant Simple Pistol. Early game, that's huge. I then tamed some penguins to get myself some easy polymer. While flying back to the base, I found this level 85 Ovis that I took with me. I didn't quite tame it yet because I didn't have veggie cakes yet, but I took it with me because it's easy to have. Remember when I tamed that level 150 Beelzebufo, aka the frog? Well, this is about 5 minutes of farming I did in the swamp cave. I got about 30k paste. 5 minutes. I didn't even run the full swamp cave. I just did 5 minutes and did like the first 2 rooms. Enjoy this footage. But this is what I said. This guy is so good at just farming this paste. It's insane. After getting all that base, I set myself up with a simple greenhouse. After that, I Tana snapped some baby parasaurs. They just completely vanished after just biting them once. I don't know where they went. I didn't get any resources. I then started breeding some penguins. While flying around, I found this level 145 Anki, so that's huge, gonna be an easy metal farmer. It's a high level, so it's counting towards the taming count. I also found this level 135 Ovis. Sadly, it's also male, so I do have 2 male Ovis now. I then did some more penguin breeding. Might be getting out of hand, maybe? I need more penguins. More penguins. Starting day 4, I went over to Kano Island Cave to tame myself some dung beetles for some easy fertilizer and oil. After flying around for a bit, I find myself this level 150 RG while I was looking for a high level RG, so that's huge. While flying around on day 5, I found this level 150 Rex, which, as a wild stat, already has a 27 melee, which is... It's not crazy high, but it's up there. It's a very good Rex. Stat review. 39 melee. 37 health. Yeah. I don't know what was going on inside my head at that point, but 39 melee and 37 health is like... It's insanely good. As I said, it's up there. It's not crazy, but it's up there. I don't know why I was so not happy when I got it. On day 6 I started breeding my ARGs, and those are the base stats I have for my ARGs. Then, while waiting on my ARGs to breed, I found this Allosaurus level 145. I managed to get it stuck, so I just, knocked it out with my fist, because why not? It had abysmal stats. It has 37 oxygen. Oh my god. These stats are so bad. I am, cryoing this guy once, and I'm never taking it out again, because they are so garbage. Garbage. I was considering making, a joke army of Allosaurus, because, pack leader, all that stuff. But, no, this guy just ruined my whole day at 27 melee. On a level 145. Oh my days. I then managed to trap this level 130 stego for some better berry farming, and also just, knocking this Tame out of the way, having a nice stego, having a nice berry farmer. Amazing. Starting day 6, I find this 135 dairies, and this is what I had to say about it. 135, but stats are absolutely abysmal. It went into everything apart from HP and health, or HP and attack, so it's abysmal bad. This guy almost has... Yeah. It's shit. I just want to say, I've been looking for dairies and rexes and baryonyxes, spinos, anything that I can use in boss fights for 10 hours at that point. I was so tired, and I just wanted something. I hadn't seen anything good in 10 hours. After that, I find this 140 Oviraptor. I found this 140 Terracino, and I'll let my reaction show. 140, but it has abysmal stats. I'm gonna tame it anyway, just because. Well. I was mad at this point. I wasn't really mad. I was just tired of not getting anything, so I just take any high level. Its stats are bad, but I just took it because I was searching for so long for any high level. Not even just the dairies, just rexes, spinos, anything. I then tamed this 150 Daedon, this 145 Megatherium, then find this 478 long neck rifle. After I use this Might Tonic to pump all my stats into crafting skill, I get this 750 long neck rifle. Oh my god. There you go. Oh. I then use it on this 135 Megatherium. I then tested more on this 115 Terry. Then on this 135 Terry, then sadly enough, I came to the conclusion they are both female. I thought I was getting a good breeding pair, but no, they were both female, so yes. This 140 Baryonyx, this 135 Sabertooth. Then I find this 150, sadly enough, also female Terries, So I have 4 Terries now, all females. Yeah. I hate this game. Then this 135 Baryonyx, which is female, so I got a breeding pair of Baryonyxes. And that was about it for this week. I got myself a breeding pair of Baryonyxes, like I just said. I got myself some high-level Steadies. I got myself a high-level Tech Rex and a normal Rex. I got myself some good RGs, which I'm currently breeding already. I got myself a good base. I set up myself with a very nice base that's easily accessible and easy craftable, like for everything. I did manage to get myself 19 Explorer nodes while I wasn't even really looking for them this week. I still got 19. I also got 9 Tames, I believe. It's 11 Tames. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I will add that in post. But I believe 9 and 19 Explorer nodes this week. I defeated 0 bosses. I haven't done any bosses, of course. I haven't even got a good breeding pair of Rexes yet. So I am definitely not going into bosses yet. But that was it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I see you guys again next week. And I'm gonna say peace. Before you go, please like and subscribe. It would help me a ton. Anyways, bye bye.